Morning. It's Friday, April 24th. I'm Alden Pearson. This will be my update on the Minnesota orders regarding stay-at-home and opening of business, as well as the extension of the Paycheck Protection Program, otherwise known as the PPP. I'll start with the PPP. Yesterday, Congress fully approved replenishing the PPP by the amount of $350 billion. The President is expected to sign that legislation today, which will make it force of law. As many of you know, the prior funding of the PPP went very quickly. So it's expected that the refunding of the PPP will also go very quickly. My clients who have obtained PPP money, the best options were through local banks. Clients who work through major banks such as Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, most of them weren't able to get their funding through, but the ones that worked with the local banks, the ones that did get it through, most of them worked with local banks. So take that for what it's worth, but I would recommend that businesses get on top of this right away. If you don't have a banking relationship with a bank, get one in place, preferably, again, based on my client's experience anyway, with local banks, and start forward with your applications immediately, because the funding will probably run out very quickly. The other major item for this morning is the partial reopening of Minnesota for business. The governor issued Executive Order 2040 yesterday, which allows for reopening of industry, manufacturing, and office businesses that are not customer facing, meaning they don't deal directly face to face with the customers. For those businesses, they are allowed to, beginning at 11:59 on April 26, 2020, which is this Sunday at midnight, so effectively Monday, they're able to reopen. However, businesses that do choose to reopen need a plan in place for that. Now, the state has issued a sample plan document, and these documents will be on my website at www.aldenpearson.com. But a plan will need to be put in place to comply with things like testing to make sure that people that are coming in don't have signs of COVID-19, social distancing, that sort of thing, which we've all become very familiar with. So again, those documents will be on my website at www.aldenpearson.com. Now, as far as the prior orders from the governor, the Executive Order 2035, which extended the emergency period, which runs through May 13th, 2020, that could be renewed or extended depending on what goes on in Minnesota relating to COVID-19. Yesterday, it appears that there were the highest number of deaths so far for a day, and so unless the death rate goes down or the infection rate goes down, we can probably anticipate that that time period will be extended beyond May 13th. Other states that are part of a coalition with Minnesota, such as Wisconsin and Illinois, have extended their time periods through, as far as Illinois, for example, through the end of May, Wisconsin almost through the end of May. So keep that in mind, that it's likely that that may be extended. But that's the emergency order that establishes the time period for all these other executive orders, these emergency orders. Now, the shutdown, as far as the other businesses are concerned, again, I'm not talking about the industries that are allowed to stay open, the businesses that are allowed to stay open. But the ones that are closed, that still remains in place through Executive Order 2033, which extended Executive Order 2020, but that runs through May 3rd, which is coming up here shortly. Now, my expectation, because the governor has been doing press conferences on Thursdays in the afternoon, is I expect that next Thursday, which will be April 30th, that the governor will extend that time period of the stay-at-home order and the shutdown of businesses that are not allowed to be open. And that order will probably extend it through the May 13th deadline, or if the May 13th deadline gets extended through the end of May, then it may extend it further. So pay attention to that, but presently the following deadlines are in place. The emergency expires after May 13th, 2020, and the stay-at-home order, as modified by these other orders that I've discussed, stays in place through May 3rd, but expect that those will change. All of these orders, as well as additional information, are on my website at www.aldenpearson.com. I'm an attorney. I licensed in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I practice primarily in construction law and represent contractors. Thank you.